All right, good morning. So let's go ahead and start class today. We'll be focusing on shoulders, elbows, hips, and knees, and how they move relative to movements. So that Maxo. Maxo Yame. Show me. Right. Okay. Right. Let's warm up. 40 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Left ankle around. Reverse. Knee. Hip. Other ankle. Reverse. Knee. Hip. Knees around. Reverse. Hips around. So as mentioned today, focus on how the hips and knees, the inner joint, middle joint, and the shoulders and elbows, reverse, move for certain techniques. So a lot of times we focus on the striking part of the joint, the fist and the foot, but we don't always get to how that fist or foot gets to where it needs to be, other direction. So it's important to focus on the first 75% of the movement. If that's not set up correctly, then it doesn't really matter how you hit if you're not throwing the technique correctly. And literally launching the technique against the opponent. Palms up. Over shoulders. And twisting. Yeah. Lean out, left knee bent. Rear ankle over. Hips down. Hands up. Shoulders to knee. And shoulders back. Other side. Both feet flat. Ankle over. Hips down. Hands up. Shoulders to your knee. And shoulders back. Sit on the floor. Knees out, feet together. Pushing your elbows to your knees. Rocking left and right. Left foot out. Lean forward. Right foot behind you. Total stretch. Lean forward. Switch feet. Right foot out. Left foot against your knee or thigh. Lean forward. Left foot behind. Total stretch. Try to pull forward. Split. Swing your head left and right. Try to open your hip. Split doesn't need to be deep, but you need to be able to move your hip within the split. Now, put your feet together behind you. So knees apart. Push your hip, pull your head up. Try to open your hip. We need this when we're doing yoke kage. So try to put your feet together. Again, looking left and right. Trying to move your hip. Resting on your knees. Right arm across. Hold. Switch. Right arm behind. Pulling your elbow. Switch. Put your arm behind and try to pull across your back. So try to hide, in this case, my right elbow behind my back entirely. Pull your shoulder back while you do it. Don't let your shoulder pitch forward. Pull your shoulder back. Switch. And make sure your shoulder's back, not forward. Your right arm, place it across from you, not in front of you, but across from you. Take your right shoulder, push into the ground, and try to reach with your right arm toward the wall. So all your weight should be in your right shoulder. Twisting your torso. Make sure you can breathe. This one can cut your lungs. Other side. Again, left arm across. Bring your left shoulder down, reaching to the side wall. Like twisting your torso to push your left shoulder into the ground. Up. So now, reach forward, knee straight, and try to put your head underneath your elbows, so arching your back. Try to feel like you're trying to put your elbow behind your ears. Push your shoulders toward your knees. Try to let your arms bend back. Put the weight on your, bend your shoulders. Keep your hands and feet where they are. Push your torso forward. Head up, hip down. And relax. Stand up. Head up now. Left to right. Ear to shoulder. And around. Reverse. And straighten your knee. Okay, so again, focus on hips and knees. I'm not necessarily more concerned about the foot, but the fist and how it strikes today, but more of how everything sets up. So let's first do Keage and Kikome. So left leg first, yoke geri Keage. So just put the feet together. So left leg. So one count each time, no speed, no power, toward your side, yoko. Ich, Keage. Same leg, knee. Sam, shi, go. Roku, Sichi, Hachi, Kyu, Ju, other leg, Ich, Ni, Sam, Shi, Go, Roku, Sichi, Hachi, Kyu, Ju. Back to your left leg in, Yokigiri Kikome, side thrust. Ich, Ni, Sam, Shi, Go, Roku, Sichi, Hachi, Kyu, Ju. Other leg, Kikome. Ich, Ni, Sam, Shi, Go. Roku. Chichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. And then stretch your hip. Okay, so two entirely different movements on how the hip works. So yoke kiage, you're pointing your knee. So you point your knee to your opponent, stays pointed, and then your foot starts coming up and then comes back. So for the most part, your knee stays in the same spot. Yoke kikome, on the other hand, you tuck your knee away from the opponent, kind of like if you're doing maigiri. And then after that, the knee and the ankle kind of drift out. So the knee's getting close to the camera. On the side, what happens is I'm trying to get my shin as level as fast as possible. So at this point in time, I'm actually pulling my shin up so that my knee can push my shin into them. So it's like the difference of iriken, where the elbow points and the forearm swings out, versus zuki, where the elbow gets behind the fist and pushes the fist the entire time. So kiage, snap, kiage, snap, kikome, thrust, pushing the shin at the opponent, zuki, which is hand for kikome, thrusting, elbow pushes the fist into it. So obviously that's why I always make the distinction. For kiage, you want to point the knee. For kikome, you want to tuck the knee. So if you need a chair for this part, go ahead and get a chair because doing it slow can always be hard. So we're going to do 3 counts. First count, point. Second count, as slowly as possible. Try to keep the knee pointed while the foot comes up with kiage. And 3, keep the knee where it is and come back. Okay, so don't try to go up and then like pull back like you would kikome. So if you need a chair for your supporting hand, no problem. Okay, so let's do kiage first. Point your knee at the camera. Okay. So the idea is if you can see yourself in the camera, you want your knee to move as low as possible. So yoko, shoulders to the camera. Okay, so looking over one shoulder. So 3 counts each time. Ready? Itch, knee up. Knee, slowly keep the knee where it is and rotate the ankle over. Try to keep the knee where it was. Sam, come back. Oof, might get a chair for this one. Okay. Again, try to keep the knee exactly where it is. Itch. Knee. Sam. Okay. So the idea is one thing that happens when your knee comes up, your toes and knees are pointed. Then watch my toes. It starts pointing toward the side wall. And I'm striking with the blade part of my foot. So the hard part is doing that without pitching your knee sideways. So that's a combination of your hip pulling back and your shin rotating over. Okay. So again, 4 counts. 1 up, 2 out, 3 back, 4 down. Ready? 4 counts. Itch. Knee. Some. Chi. 2 and 3 are obviously slower. Itch. Point. Lock it. Knee. Some. Chi. Now, first one fast, second one medium speed, and back. So 3 counts. Up, out and back, down. Okay, try to keep your knee locked where it is once you bring it up. Itch, knee, some. Okay. You need to hold your knee. So itch, you need to pull your knee back. This is where your hip holds it in place. Itch, knee, some. Okay, try to push your knee out, Chris, with your left hand. Itch, put it beside your knee, on the inside of your knee, all the way down here. Yep, knee. Yeah, try to prevent that from happening. So open your hip. Itch, knee, something. Okay, so now up first count, 3 counts kicking, So 1, 2, 3, 4, then down. Okay, so try to repeatedly be able to hold your hip open and keep your knee pointed to the target. Ready? Ich, knee, thumb, sheet, down. Ich, knee, thumb, sheet, down. Ich, knee, thumb, sheet, down. Okay. Your hips pulling out, your hip flexor pulling your knees out. Okay, now 1 count, whole thing. Focus on keeping the knee pointed at the screen. Ready? No speed. Ich, knee. Just one kick each count. Thumb, sheet. You need to stare at your knee while you're kicking. Go. Hook. Sichi. Hachi. Two. Ju. Okay. You should feel this is a hip exercise more than a knee exercise. So while some people think, oh, where you're pointing your knee is about the flexibility of your knee, it's actually about how your ability of your hip to hold your knee into that position. Okay. So if anything, your hip flexors, the ones that start in the front of the leg and kind of wrap around the butt, the ones pulling everything open. Okay, other leg. So again, 4 counts first. First count up, second count out, hold it, third count back, return to where it was, so knee pointing forward, not to the side, and then 4th count down. Okay, so this is stretching exercise. Okay, ready? Ich, knee. Keep your knee where it was. Some, she. Okay. You need to hold your knee back by pushing your right hand against your right knee. Ich, knee. Some, she. Again, pulling your legs apart with your hips. Ich, knee. Some, she. Ich, knee. Some, she. Okay, 3 counts. Up, out, back, down. Try to keep your knee exactly where it was from start to finish. Ready? Ich, knee, some. Ich, knee, some. Ich, knee, some. Ich, knee, some. Okay. Up, 3 kicks, then down. So 5 counts total. Up, 3 kicks, then down. Ich, knee, some, sheet, go. Stretching exercise. Ich, knee, some, sheet, go. Ich, knee, some, sheet, go. Okay. 1 kick, whole thing, each count. Remember, work on focusing, keeping your knee where it is more so than speed. This is more of a stretching exercise and a speed drill. Ready? Ich, knee, some, she, go, roku, sichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Again, the idea is point your knee. So if you're doing from front stance, point your knee, then turn your hip and down. So point your knee to the opponent. The knee keeps on driving at them, especially if you're translating forward. The idea is point your knee, kick, and then down. So driving the knee toward the opponent, and then flinging the arm out. Same thing with everything. Point, swing. Point, swing. Okay, so next one, Kikome. So obviously this one's mechanically different. So Kikome, tuck, and then you start doing this thing where you try to put the foot upward. So it's not a scoop as much as a tilt. So what you might want to do for hip flexibility, instead of just pointing your knee sideways in front of it, almost feel like you're pointing it backwards. And not necessarily doing your shirogiri, but making sure that by bringing your knee over a little more, you're bringing your ankle up and not just pushing your knee out. Okay, so this one, the ankle moves toward the opponent, not scooping to the opponent. So Kage, the ankle scoops to the opponent. But for Kome, the ankle try to get in position to push. So again, same thing. Zuki, the elbow is pushing the fist to the opponent. Iriken, the elbow points to the opponent, and then the hand flings around. So this is a thrusting technique. So this one, this angle is not that great for the camera because it's not very visible. So I'm going to do it sideways. Okay, so again, I'm pointing sideways to the opponent, and then I'm going to push my ankle, and my knee rides after that. Okay, but then after I stretch out, I come back to the same position. Okay, ready? 4 counts. Up, thrust, back, down. Okay, so again, tilting your shin into the opponent. Ready? Ich, knee, some, shi. Ich, tuck, extend, knee, retract, some, and down. Good. Ich, knee, some, shi. Okay. Now for the thrust, out, back, down. So 3 counts. Up, kick, retract, then down. But make sure the knees following the knee and ankle are following the right path. Ready? Not speed, stretching. Ich, knee, some. 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 Okay. 5 counts. Up, 3 kicks. Take your time, then down. So up, out, back, out, back, out, back, then down. So this is more of a stretching drill. So be very aware of what your hip is trying to do to allow you to do these techniques slowly. You can do it slowly, then you can do it powerful when you do it fast. Ready? 5 counts. Ich, knee, some, shi, go. Go to hips. Ich, knee, some, shi, go. Ich, knee, some, shi, go. Okay. Whole thing, 1 count. Remember, pay attention to what the knee's doing. Okay. Not speed, but coordination. Ready? Ich. Chris, you might need to move forward or else Sierra's going to kick you in the butt with your knee. Maybe grab the table. Knee. Good. Some. Shi. Go. Boku. Chichi. Hachi. 2, Ju. All right, other leg. I'm going to switch angles to go toward the camera just so you see how the knee looks a little different angle. So again, 4 counts slowly. Tuck, 2, extend, 3, retuck, 4, down. Remember, pull your knee in. So close, out, back, down. Okay. 4 counts, other leg. Itch, knee, some, shi. Forward a little bit. Itch, knee, some, shi. Itch, knee, some, shi. So for this one, if possible, when you're kicking, try not to push your butt out as much as pull your shoulder back. So instead of having my butt go out, my butt goes inside the kick. So I almost feel like I'm pulling my shoulders back and curving my back. You don't want to actually curve your back, but keep it in line. So the problem is if everything's out of line where your weight is not really above your hips, it's not going to kick strong. But if I can keep my skull in line with this blue line right here, then everything is on top of it. If I lean off, then I don't really have anything behind the leg. I want the weight on top of the leg. So this is why I want you to use a chair so that your balance is not as much a problem and you can work on flexibility. So again, let's do it slowly. Try to keep your skull in line with your hips and knees. Well, your ankle, knees, hips, shoulders, head should all be on this blue line for me. Ready? 4 counts again. Okay. Remember, balance should be secondary because you have the chair. Coordination and stretching is what we're looking for. Itch, put it all in a line, knee, some, shi. Itch, knee, some, shi. Okay. Now 5 counts, up, 3 kicks, down. Okay. No speed. Itch, knee, some, shi. Itch, knee, oh sorry, back, some, back, shi, back. Okay, go down. So the kicks are independent. The whole kick is 1 cycle, 1 count. Itch, knee, out, back, some, out, back, shi, out, back, go. Itch, knee, some, shi, go. 1 more. Itch, knee, some, shi, go. Okay. Whole kick 1 count. Up, out, down. Remember, try to keep your weight on top of your hips. Keep everything in line and push that ankle out with your knee. Not swing, but push. That should be demonstrably different knee motion than we did for Kage. Itch, knee, some, shi, go, boku, shichi, hachi, 9, 10. All right, the hips should be really sore now because we're trying to pull them in directions, stretch them out. So, okay, now let's move the hand. So we can put the chair away, we won't need that. Okay, so Left leg forward, good on by. Right. Okay, just Yakuzuki with your right hand, then Aguzuke with your left hand. Ready? No speed, no power. Ich, ni, sam, chi, go, oku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Okay. So this time, instead of Yakuzuki full extension, Irizuki, which means you keep your fist upside down, very close punch. Elbow stays close to you. In fact, elbow really doesn't leave your torso a whole lot. Just short punch, very close. And then instead of Agurite, Age empty. So striking with the top of your elbow toward the chin. Okay. Two very short techniques. So Irizuki first. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go. For Irizuki, it's not up yet. That's a slightly different punch, but yeah, just straight across, like you're punching them in the gut. Okay. Go. Go. Oku. Shichi. Hachi. Kyu. Ju. Okay. So for Agezuke, Age Mawak Tempi, you don't necessarily want to open your shoulder up. Just, again, ideally if your opponent's around the same height as you, their chin has been hit. So don't necessarily try to open up and disconnect. Keep this tight. So which means your shoulder stays the entire same height for all the technique. Your shoulder doesn't rise. So in this case, my shoulder for the camera frame is going to stay right where it is. It's not going to do this. I'm trying to open my armpit. Okay. So try to keep your shoulders down. Okay. So two techniques, one count, Irizuki. Good. Ready? Right hand first. Ich. And Aguzuki. Empe. Ni. Keep your shoulder down. Sam. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Kyu. Ju. Yame. Okay. So using those focus. For Irizuki, you keep your elbow close the entire time. Doesn't really leave your side. Same thing with Yakuzuki. You keep your elbow close, and then when you're forced to the last moment, when your arm's just stretching out, then you flip the wrist over. So again, 80% of the move is identical. From here, the moves are indistinguishable. Yakuzuki just continues forward. And at the point in time where you're pretty much stretched out, then you flip your wrist over. So what we're trying to avoid is this. That's Mawashi. That's an entirely different technique. Keep your elbow pointing to the ground as long as possible, and then flip it. Now, for Agurite, what we're trying to avoid is this disconnection of opening yourself for Agurite. So again, MP, keep my shoulder here. Age, keep my shoulder close. I want to be connected. It's a different thing to reach and strike. But for this one, since I have a punch going into me, I need to be strong under it. If I let this open up too much, that punch is going to compress me. So keep my shoulder. In this case, I'm going to try to keep my shoulder underneath the line of the couch and not do this. Have my shoulder come up. So at this point in time, my shoulder is above the couch. So again, I'm trying to keep The shoulder anchored to my body. The elbow throws itself at the opponent. Okay. So you should feel compression here, here. Okay. All right. So Yakuzuki, 1 count. Keep your elbow down as long with the floor as long as possible. 2nd count, I go to keeping the shoulder down.
Are we switching legs, Shaun?
No, we were the same leg forward, right?
Same leg. Oh,
I hope so. Yeah. So you guys are left leg forward initially, right? Okay. So we're going back to the initial technique we did before. Right hand Yakuzuki, left hand Agote. Okay. Remember, keep the shoulder, the block down. Keep the elbow of the punch down. Punching first. 1 count, 1 technique. Itch. Knee. Shoulder down. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. Let me try to keep my shoulder near this line. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. 2 techniques, 1 count. Itch. Knee. Shoulder down. Some. Shi. Go. Just Yakuzuki. Okay. 2 techniques, 1 count, starting with blocking. Itch. Knee. Some. Shi. Go. Boku. Okay, so other leg forward now. Right leg forward. So I'm going to try to keep my shoulder near this line so you can see whether it rises or not. Okay, again, Yakuzuki with the backhand, Agurute with your right hand. Okay. You know what drill is coming, so keep in mind your right shoulder and your left elbow. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Boku. Shichi. Hachi. 2. Ju. 2 techniques, 1 count. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Just Yakuzuki. Okay. Now, 2 techniques, 1 count, starting a block. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Okay. Yame. So again, left hand, Irizuki. Short punch. Keep your fist upside down. And then right elbow up. Don't let your shoulder escape. Keep it down. So remember, you're fighting someone the same height as you, so aim for the chin that would be in front of you, not the chin of someone opponent higher. You're fighting a taller opponent, MP is probably not the tool you want to use. So this is intended for an exercise where you want to keep the shoulder down. So don't let it escape. So let your elbow rotate around your shoulder. Don't let your shoulder escape. Okay, right leg forward again. Okay. Starting Irizuki left hand, and then MP Tate Jodan with the right elbow. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Good. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay. 2 moves, 1 count. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Switch. Irizuki. Okay. So 2 moves, 1 count, starting with the elbow. Itch. Knee. Thumb. Shi. Go. Okay. Yakuzuki, Agurite. Pay attention to your left elbow and your right shoulder. Yakuzuki first. One count, one technique. Ich, ni, san, shi, yo, roku. Feel like you're throwing your elbow up there. Shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Two moves, one count. Ich, ni, san, shi, yo, roku. Shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Yakuzuki Oni. Two moves, one count, starting at rising block. Ich, elbow, knee, thumb, shoot. Try to bring the elbow for Agurite inside the body before going up, not out. So inside, then up. Kind of like empty, inside, then up. So about 50%, not 80%, 50% of flight path is identical between empty and Agurite. Okay. Thumb, good. Shi, go. Roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju, nama. So Agurite, obviously going to vary human by human, but endpoint for Agurite, obviously you want your forearm to be slightly above your hairline. Way up here, that's not necessarily useful because you kind of lose your leverage as opposed to getting close. The elbow is somewhere between maybe the eye and the jaw. So you don't want it down here, right? That's not going to give you any leverage at all. You don't want it way above your head. That's an entirely different technique, which, if someone comes down here, I'm not going to have any ability to push it. They're going to hit my wrist and just torque, fulcrum me down. So I want my elbow slightly down, which means I'm going to suck my shoulder in. So I'm not trying to put my shoulder in my ear as much as my elbow in my ear. So this gives me connection and a little more leverage. Now, obviously, some people may have longer, biceps than others, but the idea is not to overextend yourself and disconnect, or underextend yourself and basically you're doing a really bad soto or uchuke. So find that spot where you have connection, but not zero leverage. So again, the feeling is elbow staying underneath Urizuki, and the last moment flipping over. The feeling here is elbow riding close, riding close, riding close, coming up and stopping once it gets to the point in time where it's not really going to do much more. You have to find out on your own where your elbow needs to stop when you do Agurite. Okay, so next one, Sotoke and Iriken. So left leg bone. So this one, kind of simple, just front hand, Sotoke, ich. Okay. Then the other hand coming across, Yaki Iriken. Really got to twist your body for this one. This one's Yakuhanmi. So my shoulders are this way, not this way. So Yakuzuki, that would be here, or Yaki Urizuki. I'm trying to almost twist as much as I can, almost trying to hide my rear shoulder. Okay, ready? Sotoke, ich, hiding my rear shoulder. Iriken, knee, hiding my rear shoulder. Twisting myself as much as possible. I got a camera in front of me I'm shooting with because I'm right in line, but the idea is you're trying to hide that shoulder. Knee, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Okay, next one's pretty simple. Mawashi MP shoot on, ich, then yaku mawashi shudan, knee. So just swinging back and forth. Obviously, we're going to have a draw hand of some sort. I actually have a draw hand here. Okay, so right arm forward, trying to hide that rear shoulder. Ready? Itch. Shoot on level, not necessarily face, but chest. Knee. Some. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Two. View. Okay. Now, obviously, the way the elbow moves is not necessarily indicative of how soto necessarily always move, but in this case, soto not here. You should not see my shoulders when I do soto. When I do soto, by the time I finish, my rear shoulder is hidden, which means fist, elbow, shoulder, hips, rear shoulder, almost pretty much in a line to the camera. I'm standing directly in front of it, so I have a camera angle advantage, but don't do this. If you do this, you will get punched in the chest every single time. So locking like this doesn't do much. Locking like this, use your whole body. So again, like we're using our whole body to twist here, same thing. Ready? Left hand sotoke first, itch. Okay. Now use the whole body through the iriken. Knee. Yeah, there we go. Some. Whole body. Whole body. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay. 2 moves, 1 count. Really throwing your shoulders around here. Ready? Left hand, sotoke. Immediately right hand reaching across. Unwind for iriken. Okay. So you're really whipping around your shoulders and hips here. Okay. Start with right hand out, iriken. Okay. So left hand sotoke, and then immediately iriken. Itch. Knee. Some. Chi. Go. Sich. Hachi. Q. Ju. Which feet? Okay. So same thing. Sotoke. Then with your right hand and left hand, iriken jodo. Sotoke. Shoot on. Iriken jodo. So starting right hand first. Ready? Itch. Fish should be in front of your shoulder, Chris. Well, your feet, not kibirachi, but sankuchidachi. Yeah, pull your fist backward. Yeah, there we go. And try to keep this front knee pointed. Don't let it wobble too much. Knee. Some. Point your knee to the camera, Chris. There we go. Shi. Keep it pointed. Some. There we go. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay, 2 counts. Mawashi MP, shoot on. Yaku Mawashi MP, shoot on. Starting right hand Mawashi MP first. Itch. Right hand, Chris. Yep. Knee. Some. Shi. Put the elbow closer to your sternum, so not necessarily up. Shoot on. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay. One count. Bam, bam. Really fling your hips around. Your elbows can't move fast unless your hips move faster. Ready? Ich. Knee. Thumb. Chi. Go. Hoku. Chichi. Hachi. Ju. Ju. Okay. Same rhythm. Two techniques, one count. Sotoke. Yaku Hurricane. Okay. Ready? Hips and shoulders. Start with left elbow forward. Okay, Sotoke. Ich. Knee. Thumb. Chi. Go. Hoku. Chichi. Hachi. Ju. Ju. Yama. Okay. So for the kicks, we're working on stretching your hips, whether it be opening your hip, keeping it open, or tucking your hip, opening it, and close it. And then for the punches, we're focused on shoulders and elbows. Again, no one really has this problem punching Zuki where your shoulders rise. The bigger problem is age uke. Some people rise their shoulders. So treat it like empty, keeping it close. And then for Sotoke and Yaku Iriken, large, hard rotations of your hips and shoulders to make sure the whole body, not just the arm, the whole body blocks. Very easy to push into someone with your whole body. Sweeping them aside with your whole body is what you're trying to do here. Don't do this in class. You will get punched. Okay. So this is why you don't want your knuckles in front of your chest as much as your knuckles in front of your shoulder. So, okay. Any questions about shoulders or hip movement? All right. Let's conclude class. Does that? Maxo. Maxo Yame. Dojo-kun. Seek perfection of character. Be faithful. Endeavor. Respect others. Refrain from violent behavior. Okay. Show me. Right? Okay. Right? Up. Where is the magic run recording button?